Yes guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about the blueprint that you can copy, steal, that will build and monetize your personal brand within the next 90 days. Now I'm going to give you absolutely everything. I'm not going to hold back, and if you're wondering who the hell I am, I'm AJ, but you can call me Ajane or AJ, I don't mind. I've helped creators grow their personal brand and then also monetize it, such as Black Bezos grew him from 13,000 to over 500,000. I've helped Nero go from 0 to 200,000. I've helped myself go from 900 followers to currently 28,000 on Instagram, and I'm currently at 3,000 on YouTube. So you probably want to stick around for this video. A lot of people struggle with, they don't know what to talk about. I'm going to show you how to identify what your main mission is and how you can use your other interests and passions and implement it into your content, so you're not so one-dimensional, that it's going to make you one of one, separate you from everyone else, and it's going to help you build a thriving community. And then also I'm going to talk about the best way to actually monetize your audience and make a full-time income from social media. So let's get into it. And I had to bring out the iPad because I'm a tech guy. It's basically a whiteboard, but just on an iPad, innit? But before we actually start this video, someone commented on one of my previous videos that they adopted me and Nero as their grandsons. Now, I don't know what to even think. Like, I don't know what thanks, I guess. Thanks. Like, I appreciate it. If you're going to look after me, hey, I appreciate it. And you guys are probably wondering what hat is this guy wearing? It's Argos. I don't obviously work at Argos. I'm a full-time creator and personal brand consultant. I just wear this hat. It just reminds me where I came from, because I used to work at Argos about 2-3 years ago. So yeah, and I think it looks kind of cool, man. But yeah, anyway, let's begin. The first thing that people are really concerned with when it comes to a personal brand is they don't know what the hell they're going to talk about. And if you do know what you're going to talk about, a lot of people worry that they're gonna run out of things to say. Now I always say, whoa, if you follow this framework right here, which I basically teach to all of my clients, it's basically impossible to run out of content ideas. It's impossible to be one-dimensional, and it's impossible to for someone else to be exactly like you. And honestly, it's the formula to make you one of one, and it's the way that it's gonna help you monetize your personal brand in the future as well. And if no one else can replicate you, the trust is there and it separates you from everyone else. It gives people more of a reason to buy. So let's get into it. The first thing I always tell my clients is you need to work on your core mission. Now your core mission is something that you deeply care about. It's something you're passionate about. Is something that you can actually help other people with. Now, I'm going to give you loads of examples. For me, my core mission is teaching other creators or online business owners how to build their personal brand. That's my core mission. And if you're struggling to think, oh, I'm not sure what my core mission is because I'm good at this, I'm also good at that, I can help people with that. Your core mission is going to make you money. That's what you're going to monetize with later on. So that's something you really need to think about as well. And you can see yourself doing it for a long time, and plus you've either helped other people with it or you've helped yourself overcome that issue. So me personally, the reason I got into this whole space is because I wanted to grow my own brand. So I learned how to grow my own brand, but then I also taught other people how to grow theirs, and because it worked on them and it worked on me, it made sense for this to be my core mission. Now let's say you're into fitness. Not everyone, but if you see fitness coaches, a lot of them have different core missions. Some people, it might be helping men lose 5 to 10 pounds in the next 6 weeks. For some other people, it's helping females lose weight and regain their confidence. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Everyone has their core mission, so it doesn't have to be the same. The same way you might also be in the same space as me, personal branding, social media growth, etc. But your core mission might be helping brick and mortar businesses get more customers through their social media profile. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's your core mission. Now, you might have come to that core mission because you previously had a brick and mortar business where you're selling cakes, for example, and you jumped on social media, you blew up your social media, now you sell a lot more flipping cakes. And you're like, oh wait, I can do this for, I don't know, barbers. I could do this for cake stores. I can do this for dessert places, pizza places and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how you get, like, this is the foundation of everything. You need your core mission. Now, your core mission alone isn't going to be enough to kind of save you per se, because you're also probably going to run out of content ideas eventually. If I just spoke about personal branding, social media growth, one, it's repetitive. Two, I'd get bored of that myself. I don't want to be in the trap of talking about one thing and being forced to talk about one thing. So this is where this step comes. This is where this step becomes really important. It's your interests and your passions. Now, depending on what platform you are creating on, this will look very different. So your interest, it could be anything. My interest, let's say my interest is technology, Apple, laptops, phones, audio devices, cameras, whatever it is, right? Then you have your passions. My passion, it could be self-development, it could be football, it could be whatever, right? That's my passions. Let me just put that down. In fact, it should be this way. Tech, and then my interest is self-development. So once you have your interests and passions, they actually, whoa. 9 times out of 10, your interests and passions can tie back into your core mission. And your interests and passions is what makes you relatable. What makes people want to connect with you. I always say, when you talk to the camera, talk to it like one of your friends. And that's because when we're on social media, we almost see the creator, well, most of the creators that we really like, as our friends. Like when they talk to us, we're in our home, they're talking to us, they refer to us as we or you, and we basically go from there. So like the key in social media is relatability, and a lot of people miss that out because they just focus on their core mission and they drill it in. Pause. But they drill it in. And like, I know a few people. I know one friend, and he literally made content for beauticians, marketing beauticians, and obviously that was his core mission, that was his business. But if he just had expanded a bit and talked about general marketing, and then talked about, I don't know, let's talk about self-development and some books that can help people with marketing, or books that will help their personal life and then that will help their business and stuff like that, then he would have grown a wider audience. He would have built trust with a lot more people. And even if those people are not beauticians and they trust the creator, they will refer that creator to their beautician friends, and their beautician friends will be like, oh, is he really trustworthy? And if a friend is introducing you to a friend, you're gonna like that friend. Does that make sense? If someone introduced you to me and you trust that friend that introduced you to me, you're probably gonna give me more of a chance than if you just hadn't heard of me before. This is how this whole thing works. So your interests and passions, try and tie it in. I'm not trying to say talk about it like 24/7, because then you're probably going to go off brand. And then if you're still wondering like, okay, Ajane, but I still don't understand how I can never run out of content ideas, then you want to take your core mission, your interests and passions, and turn them into blocks. Now, I say you should have 3 main blocks, 2 if you can't think of 3 for some reason. So your main block, I always put it in the middle, and that's going to be your core mission, right? I'm just going to put core M, and then I'm going to put I for interest and then P for passion. Typically I call it the ICP, so we can actually get rid of that. So interest, core, passion. Now the core mission, my core mission, helping creators and online business owners grow, build their personal brand and get higher quality leads. My interest is self-development. My passion is tech. Now, really luckily for me, a lot of the tech that I talk about can relate back to my core mission, which is building personal brands, because to build a personal brand, you're gonna have to create content. And a lot of tech actually allows you to create content. You can create content on your phone, you can create content on your camera. You need a laptop to edit, you need to know about lights and all of that great stuff. And then my interest is self-development, which is pretty standard, it's pretty broad. But if I talk about books, a lot of the book, like, there's books for marketing, there's books for social media, there's books for everything. But then also I can talk about how, you know, keeping your body healthy, keeps your mind healthy, makes you make better decisions for your core mission and your personal brand and your audience. And you're able to portray yourself better and communicate better and etc. And I can basically break that down into many flipping topics. Now, if you want me to go more in depth in that on another video, I can, but I don't want to keep you guys here forever, right? Because I know creating content is not a quick snap of the fingers. So I want you guys to digest this and then basically go ahead and take action straight away. So also, once you've identified your 3 blocks, oh, that's a rubber. Lol. Once you identify the 3 blocks, you want to go to the 3 types of content. And the 3 types are growth, authority, and authenticity. Now, I was saying earlier, it depends on what platform you're creating on, because the types of content such as growth, authority, and authenticity, and also like your ICP, depends on what platform you're on. So YouTube, for example, because the videos are a lot longer, I can break away and talk about Manchester United. I can talk about you guys' comments when, you know, someone said they adopted me and Nero as their grandsons. Like, that's just unnatural. And again, this is really bugging me. Someone flipping said, who are Manchester United? Like, I don't know if they're trying to mock it and trying to say Man United's a small club. Like, we're back on the come up, but Man United is worldwide. You know what I mean? And also, before I go any further, one of my previous videos, I think someone basically, like, they pretty much stole the title, and they stole the title and thumbnail. Now, I don't mind that, because I always say steal like an artist. Like, the concept of their video inside, it was actually different. Like, they went through their version of it, and I don't mind that. But what really bugged me is that, like, you know, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to let it go. But that, it just really, yeah, it was just weird to see, man. I guess I'm honored. I should be flattered. So yeah, regardless, if you're on YouTube, the videos are longer, so I can break away and talk about stuff that relates to me, stuff that I like, you know, I can finally say I'm an anime watcher now. I love Death Note, finished it. I'm on to Hunter x Hunter. A lot of people are suggesting like One Piece, but that's got 1,000 episodes. I'm not going to promise you, but 99.9% of me will not watch One Piece. Plus, I watch anime in English, not Japanese, which a lot of you guys will probably hate me for anyway. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So on YouTube, I can break away and talk about random stuff like that, right? And that makes me more relatable. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna lie about the stuff that I like and pretend to be someone that I'm not, because you guys are gonna see right through that. It's nearly 2025. There's been a bunch of like fake creators that have been exposed for lying about who they really are and their background and their story and stuff like that. So I'm like, you don't want to lie. But on YouTube, you can break away and do that. On short form platforms, it's actually a little bit more difficult per se, because the videos are shorter. You can't necessarily talk about your core mission, your interests and passions all in one 30-second video, because you can barely just about cover not anything valuable, but you can barely cover your core mission. So on short form platforms, you'd have to make separate videos. So let's say, I always say post 7 times in the week if you're a short form creator. So that's 1 every day. So let's say you post 1 every day. 1, 2, oh my gosh, 4, 5, 6, let's say you post one every day. It could be, you know, this week you post 7, but you just focused on growth. You focused on growth content, and, you know, 3 of those videos were based on your core mission, 2 were based on interest, and 2 were based on passion. Now, I'm not trying to say that's the like configuration that you need to go. There's weeks where I post 5 things based on my core mission, no things on my interest, and 2 things on my passion. Like, it all depends. But I typically go by a weekly basis on like the growth, authority, and authentic content, and I'll quickly break those down in a second. As Nero would say, hold on, you're gonna get some. But yeah, that's how I would break it down. Again, on YouTube, it's a longer form video. Like, this video is probably going to be 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, trying to make it as short as possible. But like, I've spoke about my interests, my passions, my core. Like, it's all in one video. And plus, a 30-minute video, imagine how many videos that would take on a short form platform. I'm not trying to say everyone should do YouTube, because it is a lot more difficult to grow on YouTube, especially because there's just so much people on here. People are pumping out videos as well, and it's just harder to captivate attention for that long. But if you are a creator or an online business owner that's looking to grow their personal brand, whether it's on YouTube or short form platforms, there's a link in the description to work with me one-on-one for 12 weeks where I'll help you do exactly that. There's more details below. Check it out. So quickly, let me break down growth content. So it's self-explanatory. Growth content is content that you create to get as many views as possible to grow your audience. Then you got authority content, and authority content is content that's going to position you as the expert in your industry or niche. I don't really like that word. Position you as an expert in your industry so people can respect you as that person. So when I create videos like this, or create videos like how I help Neural Knowledge solve YouTube or hack to YouTube, you can check that video out. That places me as an expert in social media growth and YouTube and other social media platforms. That's an authority piece of content. Authentic piece of content, maybe if I talk about, you know, if I made a whole video based on my opinion on anime because I've watched anime for the first time, or advice to my younger self because, you know, I'd be open about the mistakes that I made when I was younger and what I'll do differently. That's authentic content. It's being transparent with people, and that's what brings relatability. Expert, growth. I mean, growth is self-explanatory, but that's just that. Now, once you've done all of that and you're posting content consistently, I say 2 times a week on YouTube if you're trying to get results, once a day on short form platforms if you're trying to, you know, move quick. Once you've done all of that and you're like 60 days in, throughout that time you should be creating something called a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet is pretty much something that you give away for free, but people need to exchange. Not give away for, it's free. It's something that you give someone in exchange for their email address. So it's free, they just have to give you their email address. And a lead magnet is going to help you build an email list. Now, if you listen to absolutely anyone in this space, they're all going to say build an email list, and it's true. Once you have an email list, you basically can contact these people to their email. You won't have to rely on the algorithm. And once you own the email, like once you have an email list, it's yours. You can download the CSV file and you can import it to other like email software providers and stuff like that. So the email list is yours. Like tomorrow, God forbid, you could wake up and your Instagram's taken down, your YouTube's taken down, or you can't post content for 2 weeks because you violated some rule or something like that. So a lead magnet, you want to start a lead magnet. This could be anything that's useful to people in your core mission And it doesn't have to be anything long or complicated. It could be a free guide. It could be a PDF. It could be a checklist. It could be like an email course. It could be like a training video. That's all. Just anything that solves a problem. That's a lead magnet, right? And they get access to it in exchange for their email. No money at all. And then you can email them like weekly emails in like a newsletter and basically give them more value that way. That's going to help you nurture your audience and build even more trust. Now, from the email list combined with your social media, you're going to monetize. You're going to come up with an offer, whether it's a product or a service. Typically a service is the best. Let's say you want to offer video editing services like a done for you service, or you want to become a consultant in your industry. Maybe you want to launch a fitness offer. You help people lose weight. For me, I help people grow their brand. For a fashion stylist, you help people pick outfits, or you pick outfits for them and basically give them a better dress sense. What other industries are there? Self-development. You can help people. You basically help people go from one state to a different state, and that's their desired state from, their undesired state, if that's what you want to call it. And you basically sell that. Now, me personally, I always recommend going for something higher ticket, because if you're a smaller creator, a higher ticket will allow you to make a full-time income a lot faster. So a higher ticket will look like a one-on-one program. A one-on-one program that helps them go from this to their desired state. It could be anything, just related to your niche. For people in the fitness, they want to lose weight, or they want to build muscle. Social media, they want to grow their brand, they want to get more leads. Self-development, they just want to improve their life, they don't want to feel lost. And typically the eternal markets, if I remember correctly, not external, the eternal markets are health, wealth, and relationships. Like, the eternal markets are basically things you can sell relating to any one of these points, and people will forever want it. People forever want better health. That's why fitness coaches will never die. People always want more money. Maybe they don't have enough and they want more. Maybe they want more and they're just greedy. How greedy? They just want more. People always want more. So, if you're teaching people how to make money, or they can generate more money or double their revenue, people want that. Relationships, people want a better relationship. Oh yeah, if you can be a relationship counselor, advice or whatever it is. People always want that. We always want companionship. These are the eternal markets. Did I even spell eternal right? But yeah, these are eternal markets that you can base your one-on-one program off. Now, it doesn't have to directly impact these eternal markets, because I know I was always confused with mine, because I'm okay, I help you build a personal brand, but now what? But that personal brand, you now have the attention to go and get more leads for your business, or create an offer and actually make ink and make money. So it's basically it's like a wealth market, but also potentially a relationship market as well. I guess it all depends on how they use it, because someone might be lonely, they have social media presence, and now they can link up with their community and do fun stuff. I don't know, but the main one is you want to run a higher ticket program. This could be anything that's £1,000 plus. It could be for as long as you want. It could be 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 24 weeks. It could be as long as you want, but I say £1,000 plus. And then that way, you get 3 clients in. That's £3,000. That's probably replace your income at your job or close to. The other one is a group program. and you charge less for a group program because it's group, it's not personalized one-to-ones. They can obviously ask questions in the group if you allow it. It will typically be less, so let's just say like 300 plus. Or you can sell something low ticket, right? You can sell something low ticket, like you can sell a PDF. Let's not say a PDF, let's call it an ebook. You can sell an ebook for £20, £15. You can sell a Notion template. You can sell preset. Damn. You can sell presets. Now, honestly, if you are starting out from the very beginning and you haven't sold anything ever on social media, I would recommend starting with something low ticket. I also call them impulse products because they're really cheap and people can discover you for the first time, kind of like you, and then be like, oh, £15, I needed this, I'm gonna buy it anyway. Now, it's an impulse product. Like, it can make you a lot of money depending on how much traffic you have going there and the conversion rates and stuff like that. But the reason why it's important to start with this first is because you'll get a feel of what it's like to make a landing page, sell something, promote something, the marketing of it, the creating of it. Like, there's no better learning than actually doing the thing. So I always say, instead of contemplating on the one-on-one program or the group program, sell an ebook, a Notion template, a preset, whatever. Like, I know some people call it like your sawdust, your specialty, the thing that you keep around in your pocket all the time. For editors, it's presets. For me, it's probably a Notion template. For you, it could be an ebook on how to make money if you're a business owner, etc. And also, the place that you should go to host these products, especially if you're starting, is Gumroad, because it's free. They just take a 10% fee. That's some bars. It's free, but it takes a 10% fee. Yeah, it's just the best place to start. You can also send emails from Gumroad. It's like an all-in-one software platform. Yeah, if you're starting out, it's 100% the best place to start. The last thing you want to do is pay like $50 or $100 for a software and you're not making any money from your social media. So you're basically just going downwards into a hole. But yeah, that's pretty much how you can, that's pretty much the blueprint, how you can start, build and monetize your personal brand. Also, there was one more thing. A lot of people like to use link trees. And I use links. It's got 2 eyes in there. They like to use that in their bio and it takes you to multiple links instead of one. Now, that's old news. I would say use one link in your bio or description. One link in your bio or description, it just lasers that focus. It drives all your traffic to your either your lead magnet or your offer. And you know, it's just going to be more beneficial if you get all the eyes on your offer instead of people going on a link tree or something or a link tree alternative and they're just bombarded with like 7 links and now they're like, oh, there's free stuff, but there's paid stuff. There's affiliate links and there's like links to his other social media. I guess I'll check out his other social media first. I don't know, is it the same stuff? And then they just don't end up getting your free stuff or they don't end up getting your flipping product. So it's a lose-lose. But I nearly missed it out, but I came back and added it for you guys. Peace. Again, if you are a creator or online business owner that's looking to build their personal brand, monetize it, generate more leads for their business, there's a link in the description where you can work with me one-on-one for 12 weeks. I've got more information down there. Just click the link in the description and you'll find out more. I've helped creators like Black Bezos go from 13,000 to 500,000 on Instagram. I've helped Nero go from absolutely 0 to 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. And importantly, I've helped myself and other creators like Gavin, you know, finally find success on YouTube. I helped myself gain a following on Instagram and YouTube. Appreciate the AJ association. But yeah, that's everything, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.